You say a phrase with a British accent and with American accent.
One phrase.
Yeah.
I like ice cream. This is British English. And I like ice cream. This is American English.
Right. What do you think makes the difference between these two accents?
In British English, we do not really pronounce the R, so we pronounce it as ah, 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 ah.
Like in which word?
Like in brother,
Mm-hmm.
and also storm,
Okay.
and many more other words. Also, the word words also counts. Words.
Okay. And what about American accents?
In American accents, we do pronounce the R.
Mm-hmm.
Brother. I don't remember yet. Okay. Also, in American English, we do not really pronounce the T in yet.
And how do we say then?
Yet.
Really?
Kind of. Some people say yet, and some people say yet.
Mm-hmm. And to you, what does the British accent sound like?
It kind of sounds like the American accent, but more refined.
Really?
Yeah.
You think so?
That's a stereotype.
Ah, it's a stereotype. So what else can you say about these two accents?
So, in the British accents, you pronounce the word words. You do not actually pronounce the O because it's just were. It's as if you were pronouncing were,
Mm-hmm.
were, but you just make the R soft. Words.
Mm-hmm. And when you hear someone speak English, can you say at once whether he or she is speaking American English or British English?
Sometimes people mix American accent with British English accent. So
It's not always easy to say.
it's not always easy.
Mm-hmm. But what about most of cartoons on Netflix?
Most of the cartoons on Netflix are spoken in American because it's an American app.
Alrighty. And what about British?
There is only 5 cartoons with British English.
Can you name them?
I only watched one with British English though.
Okay.
It's called Howard Henry. Nika has books of it.
Mm-hmm. And what do you prefer? What do you personally prefer?
I actually prefer a mix of both of them.
Really?
Yeah.
It's okay. It will be
Sometimes
okay.
I get mixed up between the two and create some kind of Brameric.
What's that?
I just said Brameric.
Bramerican. What's Bramerican?
It's some kind of British mixed with American. Then the first words.
British.
Sound like
British and Bramerican.
And when you
It's
take
a new
away
term. It's a new term.
American,
You guys just made up. You have just made up a new term. Bramerican.
and also when you get when you cross out American and leave the R and A.
I think most of Russian people who learn English as a foreign language, they eventually come up with this mixture of the one that you referred to as Bramerican. Yeah, because they watch different films. They watch British films. They watch American films. They read British books.
Maybe they watch Twilight.
Yes, they read British books, American books, and they use some of their.
I know that Igor read a British book and also watched some kind of American film.
Yes, and what would you advise to people who are learning English as a foreign language? Should they use both American
I
and
think they
British?
should use both when they come into difficult situations when they're they're traveling on a British boat to America.
Just like Titanic.
Or traveling from America to Britain.
Yes. So they will actually need both.
Yeah.
Yes. And they
They're
need
like-
to understand both, right?
Yeah.
They need to understand. It's very useful to understand both.
Actually, a biscuit and a cookie are not the same thing.
Really?
Yeah.
What's
We
the
also-
difference?
Biscuits are more dry. We usually find them in France. Those butter biscuits. Do you
Okay.
know? The dry ones
mhm.
that I ate when I had a cold
Okay.
or a fever. Okay. And a cookie is just like a regular cookies, chocolate chip ones.
I didn't know about this cultural aspect.
Should I take Tulip and say goodbye to everyone?
Okay. And you can say goodbye in both American and British. What do you think?
Okay. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Yeah. Tulip, you're not saying goodbye properly.
He's just terrified.
Okay.